All right, let's get into it. You probably think about your sleep position as just, what's comfortable. But what if I told you it's one of the biggest health decisions you make every single night? Seriously. The way you sleep can determine how well your brain cleans itself out, how your heart pumps, and whether your spine ages gracefully, or, like a banana that's been left in a hot car. Because here's the thing, your favorite sleep position isn't just some random habit. It's actually a kind of evolutionary record. Whether you sprawl out like you're making a snow angel or curl up tight like a little pill bug, your body is sending you a message about its deep, primal needs. And today, we're going to figure out exactly what it's trying to tell you.
And we're going to start with a massive chunk of the population. I'm talking 40%. 40% of you. The second your head hits that pillow, you instinctively snap into one particular primal position. You know the one. You probably did it in the womb. And that, of course, brings us to our first and biggest category, the side sleepers. These folks are caught in this constant tug-of-war between our ancient brain's need for safety and the very real stresses on our modern skeletons.
It's the fetal position. Of course. There's just something so instinctual about tucking your knees up toward your chest. And from an evolutionary standpoint, it makes perfect sense. By curling up like this, you're shielding all your vital organs, your heart, your stomach, that soft underbelly, from anything that might go bump in the night. Plus, you're conserving body heat. You're basically turning yourself into a tiny, self-contained biological fortress.
But here's the trade-off. While your ancient lizard brain is sighing with relief, feeling all safe and secure, your modern skeleton is not happy. See, when you curl up too tightly, you're basically putting your own body in a vice. You're hiking your knees up so high that you're restricting your diaphragm, which means your lungs can't fully expand. That leads to shallower breathing and less oxygen getting where it needs to go.
Okay, but before you frantically uncurl yourself, you should know the fetal position has a huge, huge upside. By sleeping on your side, you're physically stopping your tongue from falling back and blocking your airway. It's like a built-in anti-snoring device. And for anyone who's pregnant, it's often the only way to get comfortable. The key is just to loosen up a bit. Think less tight little ball and more relaxed shrimp.
But hey, maybe you're not a curler. Maybe you're a side sleeper who craves a little more structure. Well, that brings us to the fetal position's rigid cousin, the log. This is exactly what it sounds like. You're on your side, but your arms and legs are straight down. It looks stiff, maybe even a little uncomfortable, but don't be fooled. This position has a hidden superpower.
And this is it. The log position is basically the ideal posture for your brain's cleaning crew. See, every night, this stuff called cerebrospinal fluid washes through your brain, clearing out waste proteins. We're talking the nasty gunk that's been linked to Alzheimer's. And some really cool research suggests that sleeping on your side, like a log, is the most efficient position for this whole process. You're literally helping the drain pipes in your brain do their job.
So what's the catch? Well, gravity is a cruel master. Spending 8 hours a night with one side of your face smashed into a pillow? Yeah, that's going to lead to some permanent sleep wrinkles. Even worse, your entire upper body weight is crushing down on one shoulder, which can compress nerves and cut off blood flow. It's the reason you sometimes wake up and one of your arms feels like a completely numb, useless piece of meat that belongs to someone else.
Now, if the idea of crushing your own arm all night doesn't sound great, you might be a yearner. This is another side sleeping variation where your arms are stretched out in front of you, kind of like you're reaching for something in a dream. It's a pretty smart biomechanical compromise, actually. You still get those brain-cleaning benefits of sleeping on your side, but you're opening up your chest a little more.
But for all you yearners out there, there's one critical question. Which side do you choose? And trust me, this is not a 50-50 shot, it's basic anatomy. Your stomach is not symmetrical. So if you sleep on your right side, gravity can actually help stomach acid leak up into your esophagus. Hello, heartburn. But if you just flip over to your left side, gravity works with you, keeping that acid where it's supposed to be. So if you get acid reflux, sleeping on your left isn't a preference, it's practically a prescription.
Okay, so what if heartburn isn't your problem? What if all you care about is perfect spinal alignment? Well, that takes us to our next major group, the back sleepers. And for them, every night is a high-stakes gamble between a happy spine and an open airway. First up, we have the most disciplined, almost unnervingly still position of them all. The soldier. Flat on your back, arms straight down at your sides. From an orthopedic standpoint, this is the holy grail. Your head, your neck, your spine, they're all in perfect neutral alignment. And as a bonus, your face is up in the air, so no sleep wrinkles.
But here's the gambit. While your spine is an absolute heaven, your throat is fighting a battle for survival. When you lie flat on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and your jaw backwards. This causes the soft tissue in your throat to collapse, narrowing your airway. The result? Loud, rumbling, relationship-straining snoring. For people who have sleep apnea, this position can go from annoying to downright dangerous.
Of course, some back sleepers find the soldier position a little restrictive. They need to really own the space. They need to assert their dominance over the mattress. And for them, there is the starfish. And as you can see, these sleepers are a rare species. Only about 5% of the population sleeps like this.
So the starfish is basically back sleeping with attitude. Arms are up by your head, legs are spread out wide. The big benefit here? You're maximizing your body's surface area, which is a fantastic way to dissipate heat. It's like you're your own personal radiator. But the downside is pretty gnarly. Keeping your arms up like that for hours can put pressure on nerves in your shoulders and elbows, leading to something called claw hand, where you wake up and your pinky and ring fingers are totally numb and curled up.
And that brings us finally to the rebels, the true outliers, the people who look at the fundamental design of the human skeleton and say, nah, I'm good. I am, of course, talking about the stomach sleepers. And their chosen position is often described as nothing short of a crime.
And no, that is not an exaggeration. Let's just be blunt about it. Most chiropractors and physical therapists consider sleeping on your stomach to be a biomechanical disaster. The geometry is just brutal. To breathe, you have to crank your neck a full 90 degrees to one side, putting a massive amount of torque on your cervical spine all night long.
So why on earth would anyone do this? Well, for some, it feels comforting and protective. But here's the weird part. It is an incredibly effective way to stop snoring. I mean, you can't really choke on your tongue if gravity is pulling it toward the floor. But the cost for that clear airway is steep. Chronic neck pain, lower back pain from your spine arching, and you guessed it, maximum face smushing wrinkles.
So, after all that, where does that leave us? Is there one clear winner in the sleep Olympics? Not really. The truth is, your body's pretty smart. It usually picks the position that causes the least amount of trouble for you right now. But the good news is, now that you know the mechanics, you can make little tweaks to optimize the whole performance.
And these tweaks are really simple. If you're a side sleeper and your hips or back ache, just pop a pillow between your knees. It helps align everything beautifully. If you're a back sleeper who snores like a freight train, try the old tennis ball trick. Seriously, taping one to the back of your pajamas can keep you from rolling over. And if you absolutely cannot give up stomach sleeping, at least try sleeping without a pillow under your head to reduce some of that crazy neck angle. See, sleep isn't passive. It's a performance you can improve.
So now I gotta ask, which one are you? Are you the curled up pill bug, the rigid soldier, or the chaotic starfish taking over the entire bed? Think about it tonight. Because when you settle into that position, you're not just getting comfortable, you're seeing thousands of years of evolution right there in your own bedroom.